counselling service provides psychological counselling for RMIT students on all the campuses, the City campus, the Brunswick campus and the Bundoora campus. And the counselling is to assist students to get the best out of their study. And that means that if personal problems are affecting their study, or study stress is affecting their study, or life issues, relationship issues, anything that affects them personally will have an impact on their study. So we're here to help them to deal with those issues so that they can get back on track, get back into their study and do the best they can while they're at uni. We're open 9 to 5. Monday to Friday on all the campuses. We are open all year. We only close down for the Easter period and the Christmas period. If a student has a personal emergency overnight, and sometimes crises happen not in 9 to 5, we have an emergency counselling service that the student can ring. The number's on the website, it's also on our phone message, and those counsellors understand the RMIT environment, they understand student issues, and they'll talk to them over the phone if it's midnight or 3 a.m. and a crisis has occurred. Those counsellors will then contact us the next day and let us know, and we'll follow up with the student to offer them further support. We've got about 14 on-staff counsellors, men and women. We're an unusual counselling service and we have a good blend of men and women counsellors. Some people think that all counsellors are women, but that's not the case. We have men and women. We have younger counsellors and older counsellors like myself, and students. We've also got a number of trainee counsellors working with us as well. These are psychologists who are in training and they're doing their masters and their doctorate at other universities, and so they spend a year gaining extra experience working with us. So that swells our numbers also to about 20 counsellors, which means it's a little bit easier for people to get appointments. If it is your first appointment at counselling, we do have a little bit of paperwork to do because we want to know a little bit about you. So we ask you some questions to think about the week that's just been and how you've been feeling, the sort of issues that have been important to you, and to help us understand a little bit about your well-being and your mental health. So that's the first session. So we ask you to come about 10 minutes earlier for the first appointment to fill that paperwork in. We don't ask you to do that every time. You can expect an appointment of about an hour, and it's in a private room like this, and it's a confidential room. So we don't talk about what's gone on in that session with anybody else unless you ask us to. If you're applying for special consideration, we'd be filling in the impact assessment statement or writing you a letter, and that would be with your permission. Yes, we're completely free and open to all RMIT students. If we do need to refer you on for longer term work or more specialist counselling services, we'll help you to find the most suitable and the most affordable and help you to manage the system. The Medicare system does allow for students to get a rebate on psychological services now, which means that they're a little bit more affordable. For international students with their Medibank Private, there are ways to get support to be seeing private psychologists and psychiatrists, and we would assist you to deal with that system, which can be a bit confusing and some students find a bit overwhelming, and it can prevent them from getting the specialist help. So we'd be really happy to help people with that. I think that's the other thing with counselling. People often think it has to be about being unwell or having major problems. But we also really like to see students who want to do even better, to sort of really enhance their well-being and to enhance their performance and to, get better grades because, they're in a better mental state. I mean, we do like to make a contribution to well students as well. So love to see students who are doing well and who want to do even better, for sure. Or if they want to stay at uni, students who come from school to uni sometimes get here and wonder if it's the right thing to do, and so they come in to talk to a counsellor about the decision making, and that's really appropriate. And we see students who are really unwell or who are having suicidal thoughts, who are engaging in self-harming behaviours, who are maybe taking drugs and using alcohol to a risky, dangerous level. So we do see students in the whole spectrum. So the earlier you come in, the better. So don't leave it till you're really unwell to come in. But if you are really unwell, please do think of us and come in and get support, and we will help you to deal with your personal issues. Come in when things are just small issues rather than when they get really big.